to another exciting episode of ZoeTV. And I say it every week. This is the highlight of our week to be able to do this show for you guys.
Yes.
And we love the Resident of Inspiration. We love starting the show with the Resident of Inspiration because it's
inspiring.
It's inspiring. That's why we call it what we call it. And there's nobody more inspiring on this campus than Marilyn Bellinger. So Marilyn, thank you for being in the hot seat with us. You are the epitome of an inspiration for this campus.
Yes,
well, thank you very much.
Everybody knows you.
Everybody knows you. We talked just a second ago. You are the Norm from Cheers of Glencroft.
Yes.
Everybody knows Marilyn.
Your name. Everybody knows your name.
But you're active. You're everywhere.
Yes.
Tell us about you in your life here at Glencroft. What do you love? What brought you to Glencroft?
Well, what brought me to Glencroft was my daughter-in-law was a CNA, and she worked in Providence Place.
Oh.
And I'd never heard of Glencroft before.
Okay.
And we sold our house, or talked about selling our house in Phoenix, and she said we had to come here. So we did.
Huh.
And
now, how long ago was that?
5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we sold our house, and well, we sold it after we moved in here. And my husband passed away 2 years after we moved in. And I was thankful that we were here when he passed away.
Yeah, you're already established.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we sold our house after we moved in.
And how long were you in Phoenix, or where were you?
We lived in Phoenix. Well, we came out from Virginia.
Okay.
Courtesy of Uncle Sam.
Okay.
And we lived at Luke for about a year, and then he retired from the Air Force. And then we bought a house in Phoenix, and then we're here. I'm here. But before that, we were in Virginia. We were in Germany before that. We were in California. I was raised in Nebraska.
Oh,
yes. Go Huskers.
Go Huskers. Yep.
So you've kind of seen a little bit of everything.
Yes.
But Glencroft, per your CNA and your guide here, was your first, was it the first senior living kind of property you looked at joining?
It's the only place we ever looked at.
Is that right?
Oh,
right.
Well, that's good.
We
you
came
stopped
here,
at the best.
We were impressed because we came here once, and Amy showed us around, and we came back again. They remembered our name, and that's what impressed us. And, you know, the feeling of family and communication. And, you know, I was always a people person anyway.
Oh, yes. And see, that's what we said. Everybody knows her name.
Well, you do so much on this campus, so why don't you we have so many new residents who are just getting onboarded into the lifestyle that is Glencroft, and we're kind of out of COVID to a certain degree, and so things are happening. And what do you enjoy doing? I know you volunteer, you're in the activities heavy. What's some of the things that you love doing?
Well, I'm mainly activities. You'll find me down there or up there on Thursday mornings, and I do Tell-Telly.
Oh,
I'm on that team.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Explain what Tell-Telly is.
Tell-Telly is our resident newsletter, and we are always looking for interesting facts and articles about people, about the residents.
Okay.
And we have want ads on the back and things for sale.
Sure.
And residents read that.
Yes.
I have heard if you want to get the word out, put it in Tell-Telly.
Yeah, that's definitely a great platform.
Yes.
So you're a big piece of that. Are you looking for, if somebody has ideas for Tell-Telly, do they reach out to you, or how do they do that?
They can, we have boxes for them to put things in. There's one up in activities on the table up there. There's one down in the fitness center.
Yeah.
And I think that's about all we have
now.
But if you have anything for sale, also there's phone numbers on the back of Tell-Telly, and you can call people and
like
say
if you
have
need
something.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So you are active. I get to see you quite a bit because you've been active from day one with Zoe.
Yes, I was one of the original.
You're the original beta one.
Beta one.
And you're one of always the first. If we start something new, you have your hand up.
Well, I want to see what it is.
Yes.
You know, and my husband when he was ill, I didn't come out much. I stayed and took care of him, and I started my volunteer work after, when I could, after he passed away mainly. And then, but I'm always curious. I took the sign language class, and I did that. And
The one that was a couple years ago?
Right, yeah.
I loved
I know.
that.
I love that class.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Yes, Lori that taught it.
Yes, and
Yes, she's my sister-in-law.
I'm always looking to learn new things. And
Well, that's one thing I appreciate about you is no matter what we bring to the table, your hand goes up, and you got the usual crew that you run around this campus
Right.
with. You're friends with everybody, but like
Yeah.
everybody, you got your little tribe that you do
Yeah.
life with, and you guys are amazing in a sense that no matter what crazy idea we have, you're willing to try, and that's a big piece for us because we get to see what works, iron some kinks out before we launch it to others, or we kind of like to always lean on you guys and others to participate, and so we appreciate that about you.
Well, and I can say you're also super welcoming to new people. I mean, I never see you sitting alone.
well, I was one of the ambassadors when they had that program. Unfortunately, it didn't really develop, but in my own little group of my girls, we each have our own
Yeah,
Your role.
role.
Yeah,
like
that's a
I'm
good
the
way to put it. Yes.
social director.
Yes.
And Marlene is the transport lady.
Yes.
And Barbara's the caregiver.
there you go.
And
Yeah.
then Mary is Mother Mary.
Yeah, Mother Mary.
Yes, she's adorable.
Well, you guys have quite the little niche. You guys are active. You've done the painting classes.
Yes, I love
How
that.
did you like that? Because
I loved it.
we are just now, actually, getting a lot of that art up on the walls and putting them
Yeah.
around Providence Place
I
and
saw
putting
it
them
on
up. It's
Facebook.
amazing
They're
what you guys create.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's. I hope it comes back again. 'Cause I
Yeah,
really
well,
did
we're active with
enjoy
it.
that.
We just got to bring it
Yeah.
into different programming.
And I
so,
love the speech class.
Yes, I know. We have fun. No matter who's teaching, sometimes I put my hat in the ring and want to work with you guys
Yeah.
because it's just fun.
Well, I think everybody here should take part in some of these classes. I was one of the ones that took the smart
Smart brain?
brain class.
Yes.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it because it made me think,
Yes.
you know, and it got me out of my own head,
Right.
you know, and learning new things. And
Yeah. Well, that's,
Well, and you also are really good about showing up for our university classes.
well, not as many as I would like, but
Well,
you're active in it. You're accruing your credits, and I know you were active with the graduation we had and cheering on your
Oh, you bet.
compadre.
yes.
absolutely.
With your ability to do so much, you got chosen to take part in the pain management in the Magic Box. What were your thoughts on that?
It helped me a lot. I am working with Randy
Yep.
too, and between the two of them,
Yes.
yeah,
It's
And,
it's helping.
it really is.
Yeah,
and-
I know, Randy and you have a very good program established of getting some strength back and
Yes.
working around some of the deficiencies in the knees and stuff that you've had
Yes.
to deal with. And it's just, how fun is it to be able to walk outside your door and know all this is available? I mean, that's
Oh,
what I
yes.
love.
Really
And
awesome.
You really limit yourself by not taking part in
know.
things that are available to you.
I agree.
Awesome. All right. Well, we want to pivot back to Marlene because she was the nominee to give you this hot seat.
Yes.
And so, what were your thoughts when you saw the nomination? Explain. Wow, were you blown away or? Yeah,
I
knew that
was
was
blown
coming.
away.
Were you?
I didn't know it was coming. She never said anything. And
Yeah. She said she wasn't going to tell
She
you.
said she was going to
and we
keep it.
forgot about it. Well, I forgot about it, and because that was a busy week, and I asked her. I said, "When did you have time to do that?"
Funny.
Because she's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
that's
is
right.
also.
Yeah.
No, but she, I'm sure you saw it, obviously, but she
I did
couldn't
see it.
stop
Yeah.
loving on you, on and
Yeah.
off camera.
Yeah. Well, we think the same thing about her too.
That's
you
cool.
know.
Ah,
That's
she
she's
is
special.
fabulous.
she's friends, you know. And it's funny because I worked at the hospital and we volunteered at the botanical gardens, and I've always been around a younger set of people because I worked at the school for 20 years, and I never felt old until I moved in here, and it dawned on me one day, holy cow, these people are my age.
I love it.
Because I'd always been around younger
Yeah.
people. Yeah, but
my
it was
gosh.
kind of funny. It dawned on me, wow, they're my age.
You're all just in your second childhood.
That's right. It's second childhood.
That's right.
That's so funny. All right, so we're going to put you on the spot, as we do every week, because we want to keep this train moving, and we need a nominee. So I know you have a lot of names probably floating around that
Yes,
head of
I
yours
do.
of people that inspire you around
Yeah.
this campus, but we're going to force your hand and give us one name.
Floyd Whitaker.
Floyd Whitaker.
Floyd and Pat were probably some of the first friends that we met here, and we used to eat lunch with them. My husband really enjoyed talking to Floyd. They talk about military stuff,
Yes.
and what really inspired me, I was at I think it was a program in the auditorium, and Floyd had been working out quite a bit in the fitness center. And I saw him walk up the steps
Yes. Yep.
to do a reading.
Yeah.
I think it was,
a
talent
resident
show.
talent show. Yep.
Yep.
And of course, I held my breath all the way when he walked up there. But I thought, if he can do all that, and he's been through so much
Yeah.
and everything, and he really inspires me
Oh.
to see him
Oh,
I know
keep
that
on
moment.
going
voice.
like that.
Yeah, that moment
Yeah.
inspired everybody in the room.
Yes.
everybody.
You know, because he's so humble in what
Yeah.
he's been through
But I
and what
will
he
never
does.
forget that.
No,
No.
none of us will. We
Yeah.
watched that all together. I
Yeah.
mean, it was
He's a
it was
good
amazing.
man.
So that's a great nominee. He does so much behind the scenes
Yes,
too
he
in
does.
this campus.
Yes.
Ah.
And I never said anything. I talked to him quite a bit this morning.
Ah.
Never said anything to him, so I hope he's
Excited.
impressed
It'll
and
be a
excited.
surprise.
Well, it's a great nomination. I think it's we're going to enjoy talking to Floyd because Floyd is
love
an
him.
amazing
Yeah.
person with an amazing journey, and
Yes.
but we appreciate you being here. You are all over this campus, and this is what Glencroft's about. You are the ideal community ambassador to
thank
Glencroft's
you.
brand, because
Yes.
this is why people move here, is to be around people like you.
Well,
that are
I like meeting new people, and I've never met a person I wasn't friends with, really.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, that's a great attitude.
Well,
That's how we
maintain
all
that
should be.
attitude, because it's something that is obvious that you wear on
It's
you.
inspiring.
Yeah, awesome. So we appreciate
Thank
you.
Well,
you.
thank
Thanks,
you.
Marilyn.
Oh my gosh. This is so fun.
This is fun.
We love to introduce new staff to people. I mean,
It's amazing.
it's not like she's new in the last week or two,
No.
but new to a lot of people. And it's not because she's not out and about. I see her out and
I
about
see her
all
everywhere.
the time.
Yep.
So, Rocio, although it's supposed to be with
Rocio.
the rolled R.
Let me do it.
Okay.
Rocio.
Always trying to
Rubio.
one-up
Busby.
me.
That's the full name.
Busby. Yes.
Is it
It's-
hard for you to roll your R's?
I can't roll my R's. I've
Rocio.
tried over the
All right.
years. Thank you. Anyway, we are here with Rocio because she is now director of, what's your title though? Director of
Senior Director of Assisted Living.
Senior Director of Assisted Living. And we have needed you.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Just being in meetings with you and living in the world that you're now working in with my mom, I know the things you're saying are so important, and we're really thankful you're here because you have such a good eye for what we are missing in our assisted living and what you can bring to our campus. Thank you for that. So tell us about the journey, how you got here. Where did you come from? What was your background?
Well, my name is Rocio, and I will answer to anything because not everybody can say that. But I have been in Arizona about 6 months. We moved here from Central Coast, California in April. I'm not a Native American. I am born and raised in Mexico till I was 8. Spanish was my first language. I'm a large family of 6 sisters and 1 brother,
Wow.
and parents that were married over 65 years.
Nice.
It just doesn't happen that way. And we immigrated because my father was a farmer, but he had 6 girls and only 1 boy. So there was not a lot of work to be done with us girls. So, but most of my schooling has been in the States, and senior care has been my life. I started in college, wanted to be an RN, and didn't like the chemistry class, but ended up working in a nursing home. and really felt that to be my calling. So I was a licensed nursing home administrator right out of college, and I have done that probably for over 30 years. And in the last 9 years, I've done both in a situation, in a campus much like what you have here. And I have really not missed the nursing home component the last 3.5 years.
Yeah.
I've been just doing exclusively assisted living.
Okay.
But I call it my passion, and my biggest goal in life is to inspire others to care for seniors with the way I care for them.
That's great. That's
And
great.
Love
I think it's a calling, because I may be the last people somebody see. I may be
Yes.
the last to provide care for somebody. And my purpose, I believe in Glencroft, is to inspire others to enrich the life of the seniors we provide care for.
Oh,
That-
and it's evident. It
It's-
really is.
You know, it's I hate desk work, but I'll sit and do it if I have to. But I think being about and hearing and talking to people, and I love petting all the pets. I found where a couple of them live now. So I know I got a couple good-looking doggies that I like to go pet.
Yeah.
Because I have a little dog at home, and I had another dog that I've had for 17 years and passed away last year. So I'm going to go get another dog one day.
Yes.
But again, I think the campus here has so much to offer and such opportunity, because there's so many residents to love on.
Yes.
You know, everything's usually in one big building, and here we're all spread out.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
But I think just getting people engaged in moving around and eating right and having a positive attitude tends to, and focus on something besides our ailments, because we all have lots of that.
Sure.
I agree. And you know, honestly, this is really what Steve and I have in common. We love to come to work because of the residents
Yeah.
and getting to know them. Where else can you work that you have best friends in the people you work for?
Yeah.
The people you serve become people you just love and adore.
And how many days do you go home at the end of the day and say you made a difference today?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly right.
Not many people in offices can say that.
No.
No,
You know,
you're exactly
so
right.
it's a big difference, and I enjoy that. And I think I love walking the campus just for that purpose. I've met so many interesting people. And not everybody remembers my name, but they know me.
Sure.
And that's nice.
Because you're always smiling. I see you out walking on campus a lot, and you're easy to approach, and I think that's what people see in your face, even with your mask on.
Oh, good.
Your eyes say,
Yeah.
"I'll talk to you," and I think it's
agree.
an important.
I agree. And I think
factor.
it's important from an independent living standpoint to have a face of assisted living that you feel comfortable approaching, because there is that, I wouldn't use the word disconnect, but you get nervous, you get comfortable, especially those that have lived here for 13, 14 years in IL.
Right.
And, trying to understand what that next level of care provides and truly what that platform is of assisted living and your vision for it. So talk briefly about the idea of assisted living here at Glencroft and your goals to expand it. In terms of, you talked about the healthy eating, and we talked about ZoeLife in being a part of that AL model, but what excites you about that quality of life piece for assisted living?
You know, I think the best part about it is that you do have the ability to engage with other people that are not, their mind is still sharp. Your body may not cooperate, and you may need to be in assisted living because we need to provide some assistance for you, but you don't have to give all that up.
Right.
I think if you saw what nursing homes were like 30 years ago, it was assisted living. And now that's a whole different group.
Yes.
And so it's nice to have the mixed group of people at different levels, because you're not isolated with people who can't talk to you or people who don't engage.
Yeah.
And I think the independents bring a big wealth of energy to the assisted living, as long as we're not afraid of that.
Yeah.
It's just a place to help you with what's giving up or
Yes.
not working so well. It doesn't mean you have to give up everything. It is a hard transition, though. You have to give up sometimes your choice of food and some of that, but I think the ability to be in a large campus and support each other and have engagement together is huge, rather than be in a small home with everybody who can't take
Yeah.
care of themselves.
I agree.
And
You're right. That's
so
a
I-
great perspective.
So I think your group of, just the community you offer is what's the biggest part you have, Glencroft has.
Yeah, and I think, and we talked about it in a meeting this last week about the idea of we have these ZoeLife ambassadors and this amazing volunteer team that, unfortunately, when COVID arises, we had to pull back a little bit with the ambassador program, but we're trying to get some new, framework around what that provides to the AL experience, and how do we lean on some of those IL volunteers and ambassadors, and trying to accrue their volunteer credits by helping you logistically provide some services in ZoeLife and experiences and activities to your residents, because staffing's hard, and you guys are, running around crazy, and you've got your little strategic team, but the idea of leaning on our ambassador volunteers from the independent living to come over excites you.
Oh, I think that's exciting, because I think those people who volunteer usually want to help, but they end up getting so much more in the process.
Yes, isn't that the truth?
And getting somebody to an activity that wouldn't otherwise, it's just fun to get them there and enjoy it.
That's
Right.
right.
So that I think would be fun to get running again, and getting everybody in AL out and about.
Right, moving. And the thing that, you really get about what we're doing in ZoeLife is the food, and how important it is when you eat healthy and your inflammation goes down, and things that you thought wouldn't feel good again.
Yep.
Honestly, arthritis is really affected by the food you eat.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is. And I've had a resident stop me yesterday and said, since she changed to the Zoe eating and she's really trying, her arthritis has hurt. She goes, my hands don't hurt. And they have hurt for 50 years. So
out of our ZIP Beta 2 group that was all IL, we did your team and over in AL and skilled in Beta 1, but ZIP Beta 2 we did IL. And we really gave them some options within plant-based and Mediterranean. But you're right, the arthritis, inflammation, chronic pain, couple that with the magic box and the movement. And like you said, you want to get them moving and the socialization, everything that we provide. But that's, to me, what's exciting about the potential in assisted living is that model of, man, just getting these guys moving and eating the right way and doing their spiritual walk and everything that the pillars provide. I think assisted living and skilled is hard in the industry, and I think, like you said, the way this is spread out and the way the CCRC functions as a whole, we really could be the North Star to assisted living in the industry and what we could create. So it's amazing to have you on this campus. It's so fun to have a leader in that space that captures a vision and brings it. Besides, you come from that West California, you drink the vineyards and the wines and all that, but you love to be outside and move, right?
Yep.
What are some things, we got about a minute left, what do you do outside of Glencroft? What's your passion?
I garden.
You garden.
And I wine taste.
You garden and wine taste.
love
all at the
those.
same time.
All at the same time.
that's right up both of our alley.
We like all those things.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, so Phoenix will be a challenge in my gardening, but I'm starting grow bags to see if I can do something different with that.
Ooh.
Okay, let me just say, in the short few minutes we have left, did I tell you I have 30 fruit trees in my backyard? You can grow really anything.
Wow.
It's the farce is that things don't grow here, but they do. Most things don't like the cold.
That's what it is, huh?
So we've been successful growing all kinds of things.
Wow. That's exciting.
We love
You'll
it.
do well with that.
We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
I know if people have questions on assisted living, they can reach out to you. You're available. You're amazing to talk to. And I think residents from the IL and everywhere on campus, if you need more information on you and your team, please reach out.
Please reach out to
Rocio.
Rocio. Busby.
Rubio.
Busby.
I love it.
Okay.
We'll work on it off camera.
Well, thank you.
All right. Thanks, Rocio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kay, what a show.
That was a great one.
It was a great one. I think that Marilyn is the epitome of the resident who inspires.
Yes.
And she's out and about.
She knows
and her
everybody.
testimony of why she got here, and this is the only place she ever went and looked.
I love
and
that.
It's just, it was meant to be, and she's, it's just a great storyline. And I love people that are just like, sign me up for anything. I don't know what it is, but I want to try it.
I agree.
I might not like it, and I'll let you know, and I might be out, but I want to try it. I'm willing to try anything.
Right.
That's super cool. And then Rocio.
Oh, thank you for saying
Rocio.
Rocio.
It is so fun to have a figure in assisted living that is fired up and passionate for those residents.
Right.
I mean,
and she has simple changes that are going to make big changes.
Big changes.
I mean, she's.
I know, and we're
really
lucky because we're in a lot of meetings together about where assisted living is headed.
Yes.
And how,
That's
again, I'll say it
exciting.
again, we're the North Star of this industry. I say it all the time. We should be the North Star across the board on how a CCRC can function in 2021.
Yeah,
So,
you can't wait to move in here, can you?
I'm just excited.
You should move in next year.
I would. I'd do it in my office.
I'll help take care
All right,
of
we're
you.
out of time. Tell me about university.
Oh my gosh, the university is going so well. And if you haven't signed up, it's not too late.
No, we have space.
We have some great speakers coming up, and we have a lot of people that are going to graduate.
Yeah, this
And
is
it's
an
gonna be
amazing
fun.
semester. We're watching this list of accruing credits grow and grow and grow, and this next graduation is going to be big.
It's going to be fun, and it's really impressive that all of the presenters want to be on campus.
Yeah.
They want to have that one-on-one. So sign up. You won't regret it.
Absolutely. And on our last note, you guys are doing a great job with masks. We know it's necessary evil. We remind you indoors, please have them on. Performance center, class, when you're socially distanced, pull down, eat. But we're doing really well right now in
We
terms of
are.
vaccinations, COVID rate compared to the county.
I know.
We're on it, but we got to stay the course. We got to
That's
stay the
right.
course. You heard it from John T. And it's imperative that we do not want to shut anything down. So please keep those masks on.
That's right.
All right, great show. As always, we can't wait till next week. Floyd Whitaker, we're coming for you.